Hello, this is quick explainer of Segwit discount, which is debated issue that causes a lot of troubles in Bitcoin and is exploited to store general purpose data, not Bitcoin specific data, in Bitcoin nodes. There is the illustration of a big block on the left side here. It has 4 megabytes of data and just one transaction. And it pays 0.04 Bitcoin to a miner. And on the right side, we've got a smaller block of 1.33 megabytes, 6,493 transactions, and the same amount of fee paid to a miner. From miner perspective, those two blocks are equivalent, meaning they are indifferent whether they mine one or the other, because they pay the same fee. So in the end, the miner will collect 0.04 Bitcoin, whether they mine a big or smaller block. However, from participants' point of view, the situation is different, because there is a block with more than 6,000 transactions, meaning that many more participants may actually use the network as opposed to one transaction in this big block. And also, it's, from technical point of view, easier to propagate, so to send a smaller block in the network to other nodes, and also receive the data from other nodes than 4 megabytes. So the big block is pathological for the reasons explained in the video.
An obvious upper bound on what this can mean is a 4 megabyte size. In a pathological case where you have a single transaction that's 60 byte large, but it has 4 megabytes worth of witness data, or 3.99, according to this new formula, that's still under 1 megabyte. So it's a soft fork to 4 megabytes.
So it was Bitcoin Core developer explaining benefits of Segwit, and in particular Segwit discount, before it was activated. Yeah, and he described such a block as pathological, which I agree. And yeah, so that anomaly, that it's possible to create 4 megabyte block with one transaction instead of many more transactions and smaller block, is caused by mispricing, so-called Segwit discount, introduced in Bitcoin in 2017, and also uncovered after Taproot activation, where a limit of data, kind of arbitrary data, in one transaction was lifted. What is also there's also another example of why it might be considered pathological, which I want to go through. In this in this picture, we could see two transactions broken down to their hexadecimal representation. Here in that column, you can see on the left side bytes of this bloated transaction or complex one, while the simple transaction where when probably somebody just paid somebody else and returned the change to their address is shown in the column on the right here. And the point is that the red bytes are treated differently from the ones in green. And in extreme case, you can create a lot of simple transactions, put like those simple ones, and put them in the middle of a bloated transaction, and pay smaller fee rate and still be treated with higher priority by miners. Of course, there are some nuances, but the point I'm trying to make is that discrimination of bytes or price discrimination of a byte causes distortion or those anomalies and situations which are let's say awkward and for sure not optimal, as there might be because there is also incentive right now to create those complex transactions, benefit from everything that Bitcoin offers. So immutability, the security of the network, and just build and at the same time enjoy the smaller fees, and achieve and as a result achieve basically the same as many dispersed independent transactions, simple transactions could, but in a centralized manner. So it's not a healthy situation. It does not encourage or does not incentivize decentralization. To the contrary, it creates this danger that there will be that there will be exploits, and as 2023 showed, this Segwit discount is exploited actively, and there are many transactions sent in Bitcoin, and they the bloated transactions, and they outprice all the other transactions, or let's call them simple transactions. Okay, so let's see what the response of the community, part of community, and core Bitcoin core developers in particular was. So I opened the conversation, and first let's get over motivations behind introduction of Segwit discount. I tried to find as many as I could and listed them here. So there was an article why a discount factor of 4, why not 2 or 8? And let me open it and read loud. So making the discount too large would lead people to use the witness space to store general purpose data on the blockchain, or adversarial miners may fill excess space with random junk to defeat fast relay schemes that rely on similar mempools. So, to the contrary, we found that any discount results in the situation that that they tried to avoid. In 2023, many, if not majority of transactions stored general purpose data or just random junk. And one prominent example was almost 4 megabytes block, which was which included bytes that could be used to display a image which was not nobody even remembers that picture, or maybe not too many people remember that picture because there was nothing special about it. So I would say it was not only general purpose data but random junk, and yeah, it happened in 2023. So another reason was to increase capacity or just scale Bitcoin. So through the discount, the blocks could be bigger. And so there was the expectation that many more transactions could be processed. And as we can see, not let's say native or monetary transactions are actually processed, but those bloated ones. So it seems that so witness discount was just didn't meet the expectation. There was also another expectation of cheaper transactions, but again, as shown in 2023, fees were higher than usual, if not all-time high. Probably 2023 was cumulative fees broke the record. Then there was another expectation, UTXO set to restrict the growth of the UTXO set, and it also didn't happen, despite fewer simple transactions being sent in Bitcoin. And there was also there were some voices that a Segwit discount would incentivize consolidation of again small UTXOs, leading to smaller UTXO, and so resources consumption by node operators by the hardware. But it seems it also didn't happen because right now the fees, or in 2023, the fees were so high that they were just those transactions or those UTXOs were just unspendable. Another reason was, which was not advertised loudly, was to make Lightning channel opening and closing cheaper, and because Segwit was was this um, was this kind of an upgrade to Bitcoin that enabled Lightning. And I think it also didn't achieved the goal. Yeah. And the conversation is still open, and there is still no consensus. It's not clear to me if there is any plan to tackle this problem, to review Segwit discount and fix the issue. Just showing the conversation. Okay. So that's all. I hope that there are questions. Let me know. Also, read more and give your opinion, feedback. Also, participate in the discussions. And thank you for your attention.